Don't miss the best stuff in Olympic National Park. Today, I want to walk you through my 10 favorite things, the things that you absolutely can't miss on your first visit to Olympic National Park in Washington State. My name is Ash, and I'm a former park ranger and the founder of Dirt in My Shoes. I have spent a ton of time in Olympic National Park. I have done so many things in this park. It's a park that I love to go back to every year or two and just explore and find new things. But this list today is my list of 10 things that you can't miss on your first visit to Olympic. I've narrowed it down for you so that you know if you make it through this list, you have seen the best of this park. So let's jump in. Number 1, Rialto Beach. So Rialto Beach is one of my favorite beaches in Olympic National Park. I really love this beach. It's got some cool sea stacks. It's just really nice place to hang out, watch the sunset, enjoy the coastline. But what I really love about Rialto Beach is the tide pooling that you can do. This is one of the better tide pooling beaches in Olympic. And so if you want to go tide pooling, then you'll want to get here at low tide. You can walk along the beach up to Hole in the Wall, which is one of my favorite places to go. There's a sea arch. There's lots of really just excellent tide pooling out here. And so this has become a family favorite spot for us. We do a little stroll on the beach, enjoy the sea arch, but also see a lot of creatures in the tide pools. To get to Rialto Beach, you'll be near Forks. This is the beach area of Olympic, and you'll drive here down towards the Mora campground and then just continue past to get to Rialto Beach right here. And then Hole in the Wall is just about 1.5 miles north of the parking area. So you'll just walk along the beach to get up to that really cool tide pooling spot. Number 2, the Hurricane Hill Trail. So now I'm taking you up to the snowy mountains of Olympic National Park. We're up in the Hurricane Ridge area of the park, which is just really cool and a really great place to come to do some hiking, see some wildflowers, some deer and other animals. It's just a really cool spot in Olympic National Park. The Hurricane Hill Trail is my favorite trail in this area. It's a little over 3 miles. It gains about 700 feet of elevation. But you're up here in the mountain tops. You've got great views all around. It's one of my favorite places to go to see wildflowers in the summer. But it's really cool. When you get to the top of Hurricane Hill, you can see the vast expanse of the Olympic Mountains. You can see Vancouver Island in Canada. It's just a really cool place to come and enjoy the mountains of Olympic National Park. Hurricane Hill is located in the Hurricane Ridge area of the park, which is over here near the town of Port Angeles. You'll drive this road all the way up into the mountains, past the main visitor center parking, and to the very end of the road where the Hurricane Hill Trail starts. Number 3, Lake Crescent. Lake Crescent has become just a family favorite spot over the years. We love coming here, especially during the summer. The weather in Olympic can be a little iffy. Sometimes it's not quite warm enough to swim in Lake Crescent, but we usually try anyway. It's really fun. Lake Crescent area has a really just fun summer camp feel, kind of like Dirty Dancing vibes, where there's just this really beautiful lodge and then everybody just hangs out at the lake and you eat ice cream and you canoe or kayak or paddleboard. There's a dock at the lake that is just specifically for jumping off. It's the perfect place to jump into the water. So that's always a family favorite as well. But if the weather is somewhat nice and sunny and warm, then we will always find time to come to Lake Crescent and to hang out at the lake. Lake Crescent is located about halfway between Forks or Port Angeles, so you can get there from either town really easily, but it's right here in the middle along Highway 101. You can access Lake Crescent from a few different areas. You've got the Fairholme area over here, the Lake Crescent Lodge here, and the Log Cabin Resort in East Beach over here. So a few different really nice places to go to really enjoy this lake. We generally stay kind of over by the Lake Crescent Lodge so that we can also do some hiking while we're in the area as well. But there's some really lovely spots along the lake elsewhere as well. Number 4, Ruby Beach. Ruby Beach is probably the most popular beach in Olympic National Park. It's really, really pretty. I love just hanging out here, enjoying the sound of the waves, playing in the water a little bit. And what's really cool about this beach as well is that there's some really interesting sea stacks. It makes it fun for photography and just getting those quintessential Olympic beach photos. A lot of people like to come here for tide pooling. Out of the 3 beaches that I'll talk about in this video, this is my least favorite beach for tide pooling. I do recommend the other 2 over this one, but I love coming here because it's just so photogenic. You've got a lot of driftwood, you've got the sea stacks, everything like that. It's gorgeous for sunsets. And so this beach is definitely still worth a visit, but if you're wanting to tide pool, I would probably go to one of the other 2 first. So looking at the map of the park, you're going to be again over in this Forks area of the park. And so you've got Rialto Beach and stuff up here, but to get to Ruby Beach and some of the other beaches in Olympic, you'll need to go further south down to this Kalaloch area. And Ruby Beach is right here. It's the first one you'll hit as you come down from the Hoe, and you'll see the parking. It's really easily marked, but this area of the park is great if you want some good coastline. Number 5, Madison Falls. Olympic National Park has so many incredible waterfalls, but what I like about Madison Falls is that it is accessible to everybody. This is only a 0.1 mile trail. It's flat, it's paved, it's wheelchair friendly. You can have dogs on this trail. And so it's just a really nice place to come if you want to see a beautiful waterfall with your entire group and without having to put in much effort. The other thing that I love about this area is you're in the Elwha River area. You can see the river right there. It's always just a gorgeous like turquoise milky blue. And this whole area is just really understated. Not a lot of people come in here, but it is just a really nice spot to come and to enjoy a waterfall, enjoy the river, and to get away from the crowds. Madison Falls is located near Port Angeles. We're coming down here to the Elwha area of the park. The road out here actually was washed out in a huge flood, and so the road ends where the Madison Falls Trail begins. So you can't go too far into here. But again, it's kind of a nice place to just hang out, get away from people, see a cool waterfall, and enjoy the river. Number 6, the Hall of Mosses Trail. So the Hall of Mosses Trail takes us into the beautiful Hoh Rainforest area of the park. And the Hoh Rainforest is a temperate rainforest. It gets a ton of rain. There's ferns, there's elk. It's just a really, really cool area. But what I love about the Hall of Mosses is that you've got these huge, beautiful old growth forest trees just draped in moss. It's one of the most magical places in Olympic National Park, and this trail is something that you'll definitely want to do while you're here. So the Hall of Mosses is located in the Hoh Rainforest, which is this area right here near Forks. You'll drive in here and it dead ends and you'll park there. There's a visitor center. You'll find the Hall of Mosses. It's like less than a mile round trip to do that trail. There's some other trails in this area as well, but it's just a really, really cool way to see the rainforest. Number 7, Duc Falls. Duc Falls is my favorite waterfall in Olympic. When you're hiking here, it feels like you're hiking through a fairy forest, and then you get to the waterfall and it's just like so beautiful and powerful and picturesque. It's dramatic. The light hits the trees and the mist comes up and makes rainbows. It's just one of those places in Olympic that feels really magical. This hike is great for families. It's 1.6 miles round trip. It gains 200 feet of elevation, so it's mostly flat, and it doesn't take very long to get out here. Depending on the water flow, you'll have usually 3 to 4 different channels of water going down the cliffs here. But again, it's just my favorite waterfall in Olympic. I love this one, and it's very family friendly. To get to Duc Falls, you will go into the Duc area of the park, which is right over here near Lake Crescent. Drive down in here all the way to the end of the road, and that is where the trail to Duc Falls begins. Number 8, the High Ridge Trail. So I'm taking you back up to Hurricane Ridge for this one because there are several other trails beyond the Hurricane Hill Trail that you can do in this area. And the High Ridge Trail is one of the easier trails in this area, but it just gives you some fantastic views. So it's a good alternative if you don't want to do the whole Hurricane Hill Trail. If you're wanting to stay more in the meadow area where the trails are easier, this one is my favorite. The High Ridge Trail is a 0.5-mile loop, so it's pretty short, but it does have a good amount of elevation gain during that time. So it's not flat. You will be working your way up the hill. That dissuades a lot of people, and so it is the quieter trail in this area, but it's absolutely beautiful. As you make your way up the hill, you'll get great views. When you get to the end, you'll see a spur trail that takes you out to Sunrise Point, which I also highly recommend stopping at. And then as you circle back around, you can catch one of the easier trails in the meadows. I recommend the Cirque Rim Trail. That's another really nice one in this area. And you can take that to make your way back to the parking area. So we are up here in the Hurricane Ridge area to do the High Ridge Trail. So you'll drive up here from Port Angeles, and you won't go all the way to the end of the road where Hurricane Hill is. You'll stop at the Visitor Center parking lot and pick up the High Ridge Trail from there. Number 9, Kalaloch Beach 4. So the beaches in the Kalaloch area are numbered, but Beach 4 is my favorite. And the reason it's my favorite is because I feel like this is the best beach for tide pooling in Olympic National Park. And it's kind of busy, but like a lot of people tend to go to Ruby Beach or Rialto Beach first. And so Beach 4 has just become like my go-to favorite spot for tide pooling in the park. You'll want to try to get here at low tide so that you can see all the little creatures in the tide pools. We come here and we will just spend as much time as we possibly can while the tide is low to explore and to see what we can find. My kids love it. It's just fun for everybody. It's an easy beach to get to. You don't have to walk very far. So it's a good alternative if you don't want to go to Hole in the Wall at Rialto Beach. So it's just my favorite spot to go if we're just wanting to get to the beach quickly and we're wanting to see a lot of creatures in the tide pools. Beach 4 is located in the Kalaloch area of the park. So all the way down here, you'll see here are the Kalaloch beaches and Ruby Beach, and Beach 4 is right here. And number 10, Marymere Falls. Marymere Falls is a beautiful waterfall in Olympic National Park. It's about 90 feet tall, and so you get a really nice show when you come here. I really like this trail as well because you're walking through beautiful old forest, and you're going over a couple bridges as you make your way to the waterfall. It just feels really fun and exciting for your group. The hike is 1.8 miles round trip. It's about 200 feet of elevation gain. You'll get most of that elevation gain at the very end as you're making your way up to the viewpoint to see the waterfall. The rest of the trail is mostly flat as you follow the trees and then get to the creek, and it's so beautiful. It's a really great family-friendly trail. Marymere Falls is located near Lake Crescent, and so as I mentioned before, we like to hang out near the Lake Crescent Lodge, and you can catch the trail to Marymere Falls right from there, so it makes it really, really easy to do both at the same time. All right, my friend, there are the 10 things that you shouldn't miss on your first visit to Olympic National Park. And if you need any help getting to all 10 of these, plus adding in some other really fun, cool stops along the way, be sure to check out the Dirt in My Shoes Olympic Itinerary. I'll link this itinerary in the video description, but this itinerary is an hour-by-hour schedule to get to all of the best spots in Olympic. but also to avoid the crowds, to avoid issues with parking, to make sure you know when to be where, and driving directions, tips, all of those things are included with this Olympic itinerary. It's exactly what I would do if I was there guiding you through the park. If you liked this video, please subscribe to the Dirt in My Shoes YouTube channel. I have a lot more coming your way about Olympic National Park and a lot of other national parks. And I hope that you're able to get some dirt in your shoes.